ReveMoto. Today we'll be working on a 2020, but this also works on a 2016 to 2021 Honda Civic 4-door sedan rear bumper installation. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on that push notification. And if you guys need any prepaint auto body parts, go to ReveMoto.com, your prepaint auto body parts source. And also, for this bumper right here, we're going to put the link down below so you guys can purchase it at ReveMoto.com.
Alright, so let's get started. First, we're going to go ahead and pop that trunk right there. Alright, so if you guys look right here on the back of the bumper and the other ones right here, those nuts have to come off. And it's going to be a T30. And those bolts look like this. Alright, we're gonna start off on one side. We're gonna take off those push pins right here. I think 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna verify if it's 3 or 2. But I'm gonna use a flathead right here. So it's a very common tool that everyone should have. I'm gonna try to pry those push pins off. Underneath the bumper, get you guys a little closer. You're gonna have these push pins right here, all on the side. There. So just fall down along. It's gonna curve around to the bottom of the bumper. Alright, so on one side there's only 1, 2, but then I went ahead and got the third one over here. But they look like this. Look like this. And all you do is get that flathead and you insert it in between these two and you pry up. And you kind of just let that side go up and then go to the next side. And you kind of just keep on working your way around the diameter of the top of the push pin, and it should lift up like that. And then you should be able to pull it down. Now we're going to go ahead and take off the ones on the bottom right here. Alright, so we're gonna take off the remaining 2 right here on this other side. There's another one right here, but this customer didn't have it. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to the sides of the bumper. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is gonna go to the side of the bumper. And you guys gonna see these bolts right there, or screws. And you just need a Phillips to get those off. So there's gonna be 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so to remove those screws right there, you're gonna need something like this. So I got a ratchet, a socket, and then I got that screwdriver looking top on there. So now it's at an angle like this, so you don't have to take off those wheels. So the screws look like this. It's gonna be 3 of them. So I went ahead and kind of like pushed it out just a little bit, so it'll be easier for me to pull it out. So if that piece falls off, it's okay. We're gonna put it back on. The push pins held that on. Alright, so now you can go ahead and pull the bumper off. But if you get stuck on this side right here, sorry, on this tail light right here, or on either tail light, just basically use a little bit of force and it'll come off underneath because it's held down by some brackets right here. Alright, so you guys can see just held on some brackets right here. Another bracket right here. And brackets right there. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and take off these accessories right here. The reflector in the cover, the lower valance right here, and the other reflector right here. Alright, so take off the screw. Oh, I'm sorry. Take off the valance right here on the bottom. It looks like it's just held down by 1 and 2 screws. So get a Phillips. It looks like this. And it looks like you can just go ahead and slide it out. It's held on by like these clips right here, but if you just push down on them, it should release. Or sometimes there's a tab right here, and just kind of pull it back, and it should release it. So there goes that lower valance. So on either side of the reflectors, there's gonna be the same exact screws right here and down there. And then same thing, just gonna push it down. Actually might be easier if you flip it over. Get like something flat like this and wedge it in there. So do that on the other side too. So just be very careful when you use the flathead that you don't mess up the trim itself. And if you're just removing this trim piece right here, use something softer than a metal flathead, like a soft, like, I don't know, like one of those panel removal tool sets. They're plastic. Use that so you don't scratch stuff. Or get something like a napkin to go over this, or tape to go over this so you don't damage the painted portion of the bumper. Alright guys, so here's our brand new bumper right here. Make sure whenever you guys work on anything brand new or painted like this bumper, put it on a surface that has adequate padding so it doesn't scratch up the surface, because remember, you guys have to turn this upside down. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put the accessories back on the bumper. We're gonna do it the opposite way we did it when we took it off. So get that cover right there and just line up the prongs with the holes before you guys start pushing it down. So once I got the prongs kind of where I wanted it to be when I had it the other way, I turned it upside down and started pushing it from the bottom, making sure that the prongs line up with the holes. And then you hear it click a little bit. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and screw it in. One thing also guys, right here, you gotta make sure that prong goes underneath the bumper, or underneath this little tab right here. me show you on the other side. So make sure this thing is inserted in between here, just like that. We're gonna go continue screwing it back in place. Alright, so this one's gonna be a lot easier to put in, but the main thing is making sure the prongs are aligned with the holes before you guys start putting it in. So once it's all lined up, go ahead and start pushing it up. You hear clicks, that should indicate that it's right in place. And one other indication is that making sure the holes line up with the holes in the back of the reflector cover. Alright, same thing, do it on the other side. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and start putting the bumper back on after all the accessories on. Right here, there was a bolt on either side, so they look like this. So you're gonna use this to secure the bumper while you're putting it on. So let me show you guys how that works. So you guys secure that right there because you don't want that bumper falling down. So now you have like an extra hand that you wouldn't have. So that just helps you guys, you know, it doesn't fall down on you. So now we're gonna go ahead and start securing the sides. All right, so first we're gonna go ahead and look underneath, making sure there's no obstruction from the bumper being fitted in correctly. All right, so the only thing I see is that it's like an exhaust cover that was right here that fell down before that I secured. So that one was blocking the exhaust system. So that might be one of your problems later on. So just making sure that that exhaust cover is on top of the exhaust. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start on the sides. All right, so the side is held on by those, it's like a little bracket right here. So you just have to push it in. Alright, so now we're gonna go and put those screws on. So you should see the fender liner is behind the bumper. Alright, and now do that on the other side also. Alright, so once you guys have the sides put in, now you guys are going to go ahead and put those push pins. It looks like this. On the bottom of the car. Go ahead and tighten these up. Alright guys, so that's how you install a 2020 Honda Civic 4-door stand rear bumper. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on your push notification. And also, if you guys need any prepaid auto body parts, go to ReveMoto.com, your prepaid auto body parts source.